Good morning everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's video, I thought that I would do a what's on my iPhone video. This is actually my very first video request, so I had to do it, like, duh. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. My lock screen is just a picture of me and Joey when we were on our honeymoon in Myrtle Beach, so it kind of matches the rest of my vibe for my screen. Okay, so going into my iPhone, the background that I have is from Pinterest. I can link it down below. My widgets are from Color Widgets, and I kind of color coordinated them with the background just to make it a little bit more of an aesthetic, I guess. This is just the vibe that I really want because I'm really looking forward to summer. But I can show you the app Color Widgets. This is the widget that I have for my sunrise sunset widget. If you wanted, you can make it a small widget, a medium widget, or like a large widget, which is really nice. The app is kind of self-explanatory, so, but I used to use Widgetsmith. Now I'm just kind of in the vibe of the Color Widgets because I like the font that they use, because that's like, I don't know, I just really like that font. The first widget that I have at the top is just for the sunset or the sunrise. Like during the day it'll show the sunset, and then after the sunset it'll show what time the sunrise is, which is really nice because I love both of those and I always like to know what time they are, so that helps me a lot. And then at the top I have my clock. That's the only app that I have showing besides what I have in the dock. Going into my social media folder, I have Snapchat, which I honestly barely use anymore. I don't know, I think it's getting kind of outdated. It's more just for friends, not for growing your social media, if that makes sense. Instagram, follow me on Instagram at Alexandra L. Tarosic. My Instagram is kind of vibing right now. I got like pinks, blues, oranges going on. Honestly, my Instagram pictures, I barely edit them anymore. Usually I'll just go into Lightroom and adjust the exposure, adjust the shadows. Sometimes I'll put a little bit of a filter on it, but I don't like to use filters that much anymore, because sometimes when you put a filter over things, it makes it look too edited, and that's just not the vibe that I'm going for. So TikTok is next, and I am on that app way too much. I'm trying to be on it a little bit less. And then I have Facebook still, just for family things, to kind of know like what's going on with my family. That's it. I don't like Facebook. It's way too political anymore. And obviously I have YouTube. Next, for my entertainment folder, I have Spotify, Disney Plus, and Pokemon Go. These are pretty much the only forms of entertainment that I really use. Spotify, my playlists are really random, kind of just whatever I'm feeling I make a playlist for. Then I have Disney Plus, which I love. So if you didn't know, for Disney Plus, say you're on an airplane or something and you need to watch a movie, you can download it and then watch it on your flight, which I think is really cool. I flew a lot in the fall and like early winter, so I have the Santa Claus series on there. And then I don't judge me, but I've been getting back into Pokemon Go. I think it was the pandemic, honestly, that did it. It's just something to do when I'm bored, and it gets me walking, so that's good. For productivity, these are all the apps that I use to either like check how my YouTube videos are doing or edit my Instagram pictures and thumbnails and stuff like that. So the first one I have is just YouTube Studio, and basically all it tells you is just like your analytics, how your latest videos are doing, just an overview of your channel, I guess. And that's how, if I'm just like out somewhere and somebody comments on one of my videos, it'll give me a notification for it and I can just reply back to them really quick. Love that. Picsart, I love Picsart. I used to have the premium version of it, but I don't anymore because I can do everything that I want to without the premium version. So say I wanted to use this picture from my Shop With Me video me and Victoria did. I'll link it right here if you want to see it. You can use the tools to crop it. It already has a predetermined crop for YouTube. It's the perfect size for a thumbnail, perfect size if you just want to use it as an overlay in your video. And then you can add stickers to it, and there's a lot of stickers, and then you can do a lot of other stuff. There's filters you can do. You can cut it out, so if you want to like select the people in the photo, it'll select most of it, and then you can just like add whatever you need or erase like different parts of it. Yeah, that's pretty much what I use Picsart for. Then next I have Procreate Pocket, which I just discovered. I did some of my new channel art on here, which I'm obsessed with. I love it. And then I can do different overlays for my videos on here. So basically basically I'll show you kind of an example. I don't have the pen in here that I use, but normally I'll use this little like pen. So say I wanted to do like a background, I can just pull whatever color I want and put it as the background. And then say you want to add another layer, this is kind of like the color scheme I've been using, and just kind of draw, and you can just like, it'll color half the picture, which is how I did my channel art. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you can do, and it's really fun to play around with. Then I have my camera, which I just got the iPhone 12 Pro, so the camera quality is really, really good. I love the wide angle feature. It's really fun to play with. And then the zoom, which you can do on any iPhone. The video quality is amazing. Like, I don't know if you could see this or not, if it's just gonna show a black screen, but that's awesome. I love that. The next app is Fonto. So if I wanted to put text on my thumbnail, I would use this app. I would just go into my photo albums, select whatever photo I wanted to use. This is the one that I just used for my productive day in my life as a college student. I'll link that one above, but you can put a filter on it if you want. The filters are kind of too edited, so I don't use them, but then you just tap on the picture, add the text, whatever you want to do. Like, I always use the font Helvetica New Bold Italic, but I have some other fonts downloaded that I use sometimes, so then I would just do like college day in my life, something like that, and you can size it down, and then you can put a stroke on it, which you can make it a little bit thicker. You can put a shadow on it, whatever color you want, so makes it look vibey. And then Lightroom is the next app I will talk about. Lightroom I use to edit different pictures. If I want to post them, I'll edit my thumbnails with this app too. So like for this picture, I'll reset all the adjustments. So this is what it looked like before, and then this is what it looked like after I edited it. All I did was adjusted the exposure, contrast, highlights, shadows, whites, blacks, just a little bit, and then I adjusted the temperature and tint, and that's all I did to edit this picture. It's pretty basic, it doesn't look too edited, and it makes it look bright and airy, which I love. And then we have TubeBuddy. With TubeBuddy is a subscription service. I think it's about $4.99 a month. It'll show you a little bit more in detail. YouTube Studio will show you. It'll also show you like your search engine optimization, which basically is how people will discover your videos through like tags and stuff like that. So yeah, that's TubeBuddy. And then I have Prequel, which is another really cool photo editing app. Here, I'll just take a random picture right now. Sorry, my foot is literally right there. It's just comfortable. I gotta take my foot out of there. It looks weird. I wanted to take a picture of my car. I don't know, just because I wanted to. I can put an effect on it. I can put a filter on it. Whatever you really want. You can put the disco effect. Makes it look pretty cool. If you don't like how many sparkles there are, you can like tone it down or tone it up, stuff like that. Star scale, you can tone it down, tone it up if you really like it. Yeah, they're just really, really cool effects. Just fun stuff. This is how I do a lot of my Instagram stories. So, and then yeah, that's it for my productivity apps. The next thing I'll talk about is this big widget in the middle. I like it because it shows the battery percentage, and it has like the time and the date right on there, so I know exactly that it's Wednesday, March 17th at 10:24 in the morning. I have this folder for like, I call it my business folder. Honestly, it's a lot of stuff. I do Amazon Flex sometimes, so I can go in there and see if there's any openings for deliveries. Door dashing, I can DoorDash while I'm trying to find an internship. And then I have Handshake, which helps me find internships. LinkedIn also helps me find internships and build my professional profile. I'm not going to show those apps because they're kind of boring and it shows my personal information. So Blackboard, that's where I check all of my grades. My Capital One app, that's just how I track my credit card. My PNC is my regular bank, so that's how I check my bank. Affirm, I love using Affirm way too much because I have shopping issues. Basically, it lets you split your payments up. I think it's every 2 weeks or once a month or something like that, which is helpful. Then I have HP Smart, which is just my printer. And then I have Kahoot because I'm a senior in college and my teacher still makes us use Kahoot, so we love that. Okay, so then we have my utility folder, which I don't even know why it's called that. I guess it's just because these are things that I use to help me do other things. So I have my map, which I'm not gonna open because that'll show my location. Find my friends, my photos app, not gonna expose myself. FaceTime, love that. The settings, my calculator, my notes, and then I have my wallet, and then I have the weather channel, which we love a weather update. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be nice next week. Wipe over the next page, I have the compass, and then I have sky view, which it's really cool. Like, you can use your camera and it'll show you all of like where the planets are. Like, you can tap on this. This is Mars. Mars is directly that way. And it'll show you like the different constellations. What's this one over here? Uranus. The moon is over there. It's in the waxing crescent phase, so it tells you like all about the stars. If you love the stars, highly recommend this app. Then I have Zello, which I also would highly recommend this app because it is a walkie-talkie that will work from any distance. So if anybody else has this app and you have them as your friend, you can walkie-talkie them from any distance. So like, my husband works 60 miles away. This is him right here. If I wanted to, I could walkie-talkie him and he would hear it. Like, it'll just automatically play. So like, that's really nice in like an emergency situation. You'd be like, I need you to call me, or you know, whatever. Like, whatever you would need to use it for. So next we have our travel section, which, weird little backstory. If you go way back on my channel, I have a travel with me to Florida video that I went to Florida in 2019, and it was my first time flying on a plane since I was like 2. I hated it. After that, I was like deathly afraid. I was like, I'm never gonna fly again. I don't even know why. I think it was just because I was like really in a bad spot with my anxiety at that point, and I couldn't handle it. Fast forward to the fall of 2020, pandemic season. I had weddings that I needed to get to across the country. I had to fly, and those videos are on my channel also, so I had to fly, and I don't know why. Like, I think it's just because I'm better. I loved it. I was so excited to get back on the plane. I watched a lot of YouTube videos that helped me out like with traveling, so I guess if you're having issues with travel anxiety, flight anxiety, watch YouTube, because there's a lot of videos out there that just show really calming travel videos, and that helped me a lot. So that's the backstory to that. Moral of the story, I had to fly a lot recently, and I have Southwest, Delta, Hilton Honors. Those are like my main travel apps, I guess. And then I have Plane Finder, which I literally love. Okay, so you can go on this app and like, say there's a plane flying over for whatever reason. If you're like a plane weirdo like me, I like planes. So if you want to see where it's going, say I was in Georgia and I wanted to see where this Delta flight was going, Orlando to Cincinnati, we love that. Then I have FlightAware and Flight Radar, which basically do the same thing. Then I have my Disney World app, which I am so excited. I'm going to Disney World in like less than 2 months. We love that. Then I have the Hidden Mickey app, which if you are an avid Disney freak, I guess, like me, if you know about like Hidden Mickeys and stuff at Disney World, they have books and stuff that's actually the exact same page as this. The book like allows you to flip through the pages, but because usually I would store the book just in my backpack, and every time I'm going on to like a new attraction, or if I'm in a new area, I'd have to whip it out, flip through the book. Honestly, who has the time anymore? We're in 2021. It'll show you every single location exactly the way that the books do. So if you were in Hollywood Studios and you were in Toy Story Mania, you can see all of these hints. Look at this one. There's a clue and then there's a hint. So the clue just tells you like a general area to look, and the hint gets a little bit more specific about like where it is. So whenever you find it, you can just tap it and then it'll say you found it. That's the T on that. And then I have my food folder, which we love. So I have my Dunkin' app, which I love Dunkin'. I have my Starbucks app, and then I have DoorDash. If I'm too lazy to go out, I use that a lot during the beginning of the pandemic. And then I have Taco Bell, Domino's. Yeah, that's the T. Then on my last color widget down here, I just have my reminders. Then at the bottom, I just have all the apps that I would use like on a normal day-to-day basis. So I just have my messages, my phone, Safari, and my emails. Don't judge the amount of emails that I have. So that is what's on my iPhone. I hope you guys like this video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I'm so close to my 500 goal. So subscribe if you're not already. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. Beautiful morning.